can get ugly and unsightly very fast, especially when it is used very often. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can make a cover to preserve it. First and foremost, you have to measure your book. The next step is to turn over your old pair of jeans, because then it's easier to cut. To make the trousers flat, cut the waistband away and cut the side seam open. Since then, it's much easier to mark your parts. Your first part is 3 to 4 millimeters bigger than the facing of your book, so that it is more casual. When you mark it, add 1 to 1.5 centimeters seam allowance at each side. Cut it out 4 times because you need it for the front side, the back side, and for the holdings. Remember to add the seam allowance. You need this part only once. Now sew together the front, the center and the back. The width depends on how much seam allowance you added. For the holdings, iron the last 2 parts so that there is a brow in the middle. Apply them on the right and on the left. The open sides have to be exoteric. For the lining, you need a rectangular, which is as big as the denim part. When you have it, sew it on. Mind to leave a gap open for turning it over.
My hope is found.
Shorten the seam allowance and cut off the corners, since it's easier to turn.
This cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought.
Now turn it over. Use a needle for the corners.
What depths of peace when fears are stilled and when striving cease. My comforter, my all in all.
Last but not least, close the gap.
Of Christ, I stand. There in the ground his body lay, light of the world by darkness slain, then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave he rose again. And as he stands in victory, since curse has lost its grip on me, for I am his and he is mine, bought with the precious blood of Christ. No guilt in life, no fear in death. This is the power of Christ in me. From life's first cry to final breath, Jesus.
And now you're finished. If you want, you can also embroider your name or the name of the book onto the cover, or you can personalize it in another way.
Can ever pluck me from his hand till he returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand till he returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand.